All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy and Powder Toast Man, Log TV and Choo Choo, and let's get started with today's video. Okay, so it's time to do some final thoughts or an overview on these knives, a kind of EDC package here from Urban EDC Supply. Now, if you guys do not know, first of all, this is the KnivesFAST channel. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. Stick around, have some fun. But the next thing you should know, if you don't know, is that I am an affiliate with Urban EDC, and you guys can use my link, which will be down below in the description, and I also leave it in a comment on the video, and then that helps the channel. Now, you don't get a discount or anything like that, typically, but it helps the channel very, very much, and they send some stuff along so that I can share it with you guys. So definitely check out Urban EDC. I'm going to put this right over here. Really appreciate Matt over there sending these items along. So we're just going to run through. Now, there are a couple other items they sent. There's some Hanks they sent. I'm probably going to give those away. They sent me this really cool compass, so I'll probably do some shorts on this down the road. And then a slingshot, which is upstairs because I've been messing with it and playing with it. But these are the main items from the EDC package. But definitely check them out at Urban EDC Supply. And don't forget, guys, they do a drop every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And there's always cool stuff there. So definitely check that out. Now, the first knife we're going to check out is the Luft Concepts AVNT. Now, never really got to review the first AVNT, the micarta one, and this is a special Urban EDC version in this brass, as you can see, kind of a beautiful pattern here, kind of honeycombish, thick slabs of brass, but they are milled out inside. Got this really unique shape. I mean, the whole thing, it's kind of modeled after a German sports car is what we're told, and it's got this really cool, unique look to it. Everything is different, and then you have their very unique flipper tab with their logo on it, and really cool. So just flat slab scales here, but they are contoured. You do have a reversible wire clip. It's not all the way to the tip because you got this point here, but it's pretty close. You do have a cool backspacer. I think, I'm not sure. Oh, come on. I know the pivot collars are zirconium, I think, or the zircuti. I can't remember. They're one of those two. I'll look in just a minute. But I'm not sure. It says accent, so I'm not sure if the backspacer is or not. But this is a $420 knife, and again, these are done, I believe, by Riot, if I remember correctly, and really well done. You have a hole here for opening. The hole is kind of big, but I usually stay down here towards the end, and it works well. But the money for me is this flipper. This flipper, that detent is dialed perfectly for the flipper. It's just easy peasy, flies out of there. It is on bearings. Very cool. It is a nice thin slicer. Come on. We're having trouble with focus again, guys. Hold on. I'm going to move my light just a little here, and we're going to tell the camera, no, you're focusing on the wrong thing. There we go. All right. So we got this kind of acid stonewash here. High grind here. It is hollow, I believe. Hold on. Looking. Yep, it's hollow. Very thin beyond the edge. We'll try to give you specs here in just a minute. And again, as you can see, there is some nice... no, actually, I take that back. I'm thinking of a different knife. There is no milling for weight reduction in there. And we do have a nice liner lock. Now, the liner lock is coming in at about a 20 to 25 there on the lockup. Centering, it is maybe off to the clip side just slightly, but barely, not rubbing, no issues like that. You are kind of crowned on the spine here, which is cool. For those of you worried about ergos like me, so when you're back here, you still have 4 fingers, and then you got a spot to choke up. Now, I will say, one of my thoughts is, because of the acute angle of the the thumb ramp here, it feels more comfortable for my thumb when I'm back here and like this. When I'm like that, it almost feels like I should be up here, but that feels a little awkward to me to be up like that. But this kind of tight pinch doesn't feel exactly right to me, but this is good. I mean, that works. But again, my favorite grip so far has been like so. Now your plunge is good there. It looks like we're clear, at least for several sharpenings. You do have good access to that lock bar. Very nice. It's not, it is running on bearings, but it's not a super dropper. You can see it shakes down pretty easy, but no problem there. Really, really nice. It is a cutter. We're not going to do a lot of cutting because these are going back to Urban EDC. Try not to do a ton of cutting, but I did a little bit, and it definitely is a cutter. Now let's talk about, again, this is going to be a longer video because it's 3 knives and a tool here. It's a drop point in M390. Yeah, zirconium accents. Reversible clip. 7.75 inches. The blade length is 3.25. The cutting edge is 3 inches. The blade thickness is 0.14. And it's hollow. 5.4 ounces. Again, that brass gives it a lot of heft, but it feels pretty good. I mean, it carries fine. It's not super heavy in my opinion. Handle thickness, handle length 4.5, handle thickness 0.5, and again, a very cool design there. So how about that, guys? What do you think of that one? You know, I find it pretty dang cool in my opinion. So we're going to slide this one off. We'll bring it back at the end. The next one is the Urban EDC. Is this one called? Let me get the name right. This is the Urban EDC Dutchman. So this is branded Urban EDC, and this is designed by Brian Brown. So this is a tiny little Brian Brown. Let me wipe that handle real quick so you can see the color. That's the only thing about some of these anodizations. You get this really cool color, but then when you get kind of your hands on there with your oils on your hands and everything, you end up kind of changing the color a little bit. But I would call this a blurple, like a bluish purple, black stonewash, very thin, hollow ground blade. You have kind of a swedge, angry little cleaver here. Now what I've learned is if I'm up here with this finger, back of the blade, it's not really a real sharpening, finger choil, but I can get a full 3 fingers on this knife. And it does cut, and it loves to get down into stuff. Very nice. Now you have like a harpoon area here for your thumb to rest. No jimping, but you don't really need it. This thing is super stinking cool. Now, let's just go through. It is, I love this. Mini folding pocket cleaver is what they call it. Immense cutting power in a compact size. M390. And this one is an overall length of just 5.1 inches. The blade is 2. The weight is 3.5 for the titanium. Now, there's also a carbon fiber one that's only 2.9. And it's made in China. I'm not sure. I think these might be Riot, but I am not sure. Okay, I'm giving you, let's see, there's a black micarta one for $279. Let's see, do they have the blurple? Yep, blurple is $299, the titanium one, and then the full titanium with Mokutai clip is $495. There are just 2 of those left. It doesn't tell me how many blurples, so there must be plenty. And then the micarta, it also doesn't tell me. So, but again, this one you're looking at right here is $299, and it's a Brian Brown design. I think that's cool. Nice flat sides here, contoured off. Feels, you because of the way I'm gripping it, I'm kind of going around the clip. So, not a big deal. The clip is not reversible. There's your lock bar relief cut there, not bad. You do have a over travel stop and interface there. The D10 is pretty good. It's more about me trying to just get my finger in there and thumb in there and do that. I cannot reverse. Well, let me just try it again. I can. Okay. There you go. But really cool little knife. Very snappy for how small. As far as drop action, yeah. Again, not really meant for that. It does look to be, oh boy, does it tell me whether it's on bearings? Hold on, I'm going to look, guys. Powerhouse, M390, Hanacon, Blurple. Oh, come on, you got to tell me whether it's, what it's riding on here. Yeah, it doesn't really say whether it's washers or ceramic bearings. Okay. Ceramic bearings riding on hardened washers. So, very cool. I wanted to make sure we got that right. And you can roll it, but please be careful because when I roll it, my thumb wants to get behind the edge there, and that is not what any of us want. Okay, come on. All right, there we go. So, just a cool little knife. Now, as far as workmanship, this one did come dead centered. The lockup is like a 35 to 40. There is no blade play or lock rock or issues like that. By the way, I forgot to show that on the AVNT, AVNT, I guess I should say. Now, I think I said that in my unboxing. There's a tiny bit of play up and down. Not enough where it's going to come unlocked. It's definitely not. But there's a little bit, but no side to side. Probably adjusting the pivot would fix that. But again, it's a loaner, so I don't typically do that. All right, guys, here we go. Let's talk about the puppy dog. This is but we're going to put him right there because he's cute. This is the Spyderco, and I think you say Poachy. I don't think it's Poochie. I think it's Poachy. If I'm wrong, please tell me down in the comments. And if I'm right, please also tell me down in the comments because I don't like to just be told I'm wrong all the time. No, I'm just kidding. So it's the POCHI, so I think it's Poachy. These are $217 for a tiny little, to me, pocket candy that you show your friends. This is pretty cool. You got the big kind of pivot here with the clip with the paw. You do have a tail that flips up. Yeah, it just looks like a dog, and it's pretty cool. It is not your fidgety knife. I cannot do anything with that flipper other than kind of bring the knife out and then finish it. It is $217 in titanium and S45. Guys, this thing is tiny. Blade length is 1.56, and it does cut, by the way. It's got this nice hollow grind. It's got what they're calling the Reeve integral lock. It is almost like 90% lockup on this one. There's no blade play or anything like that. It is, let's just see. Man, I'm afraid to cut myself. I already did in the unboxing. It is dead centered there. You can roll it, but again, be careful. It is 2.54 inches closed, 3.94 inches overall. Now I cut with it with my finger actually behind that flipper tab, and that feels pretty locked in. You only got 2 fingers though. Now you can pull this up and you can sort of kind of hold on to that like a lanyard. Kind of. Not really. Weight is 1.7. These are made in Taichung, Taiwan. I mean, you know what? It's a cool little conversation piece, just not something that I'm sort of gravitating towards, but it's cool. So let's lay all 3 of these guys out. I mean, it's made really well. I mean, you guys know the titanium Spydercos. I mean, the Taiwanese Spydercos are really nicely done. We're still going to talk about that guy. Just give me a minute. So there is the AVNT is your big guy. You're kind of small, but a little bigger than the Poachy is your Dutchman, and then the Poachy. Now, very cool, just really cool knives. So, kind of need to start wrapping this up. But our next guy is, and I gotta get my paper out here so I get the name of this right. I'm sorry, guys. This is the JRW Gear G Flex Sagaya and titanium clip, okay? Let me find it here so I can give you all the details. But basically, it's super cool. This is like you hook this on your belt, and your keys can hang from that. Now, I have a similar one of these from O Knife that I use. Man, I am so sorry, guys. I don't know. Some days, especially when I have a lot of stuff on the table, it just has trouble focusing. I apologize. I actually had somebody say that they stopped watching the video the other day because of focus issues. So I am sorry. I am working on it every day. I have redone my lighting. I have a brand new light right here that seems to be helping a little bit. I have worked feverishly trying to kind of make this where it's not an issue, and I will continue to. Now, this guy is 3 inches long, 1.6 inches wide, and only weighs 0.6 ounces. So key rings slip on and off. I think it came with some O-rings, if I remember correctly. And this guy, guys, is pretty cool, and it's so thin and light, but it's definitely not super. I mean, it moves a little, but you're not going to have a lot of bend and twist. Now, this is $59 for these. You do have your Sagaiha pattern up there at the top, which is kind of, your belt loop is right here, so it's not really going to get scraped up really bad. And there is a bunch of information on it. There you go. Well, come on. Man. Let's come back like this. All right, there we go. So there's your information. Very cool. So thank you, Matt, for sending this stuff along, guys. I'm sorry this is a little longer video, but it is 3 knives and a little tool. So it is what it is. So thank you guys so much for checking this stuff out. And again, thanks to Urban EDC for always sending cool stuff along for me to check out and show you guys. These will be going back. And again, very excited to share them with you guys. So please give me a thumbs up, comment, let me know what you think of these 3 knives and the JRW G-Flex here. And appreciate you guys. Please do all the things, like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. And thank you for watching the KnivesFAST channel.